Sup traders, yo. This is both a pep talk and a trading journal. So let's get into it. I'm gonna talk you through a sequence of trades here. But what I really want to get across is that I think successful trading is all about getting back to emotional equilibrium and not tilting out. I've seen it before in myself, and I've seen it in a lot of traders, is something goes wrong and it causes a spiraling effect of over risking, revenge trading, chasing, whatever you want to call it, just poor choices. And for me, I'm trying my hardest to just play the ball where it lies. That's whereas essentially in golf, I'm not really a golfer, but you play the ball where it lies, not where you wish it would be. You can look back at things wrong as learning lessons, but you just need to get back into like, okay, where's the chart now? Where's price now? What ought to I do now, right? So what happened that has put me on tilt a little bit and how I managed it was over the past week or so, Bitcoin came to a high place, and I wanted to be long, but the market was signaling short. So I closed my Bitcoin longs and I opened alt shorts, and sure enough, the market came down. And so getting out of my Bitcoin long was awesome. Carrying alt shorts down were awesome. I closed the shorts on the day of the bottom, near the bottom. My month is green. I'm in profit. Everything's all good. However, I wanted to long both Bitcoin and ETH lower. And what happened is they went a lot lower than I expected, and they overran my stops. And I got stopped out. And the shorts paid for the longs, so it was okay. And then price has started to come back and started to create 1 hour gaps. So it's important for me to control myself to just use limit orders. One of the problems with limit orders is not getting filled, but it's an important rule psychologically. It prevents chasing. So I'm all about the limit orders only. So I have my limit order, and for Bitcoin and ETH, we got the 1 hour fair value gap. For those of you who know, essentially, my first setup was my own setup. It's a predictive sweep. The second setup is ICT 2022 model, where a liquidity event happens, there's displacement, and then although ICT is market entering, I'm not watching, I'm not a session trader, I'm a swing trader. But I put my limit order in the area of displacement, the fair value gap. Price came back and just missed my entry on Bitcoin and filled my entry on ETH. And by the way, I'm trading, all my sessions are online. I'm trading like 20 minutes to 45 minutes a day. A lot of days, 20 minutes. So I get filled on ETH. I saw I got filled on ETH, and they're moving my favorite a little bit. And I'm looking at the charts, and I'm like, I think I took on too much risk. And I like Bitcoin more than ETH. And the way the charts look like there could be another pullback here. So why don't I'm just gonna leave my Bitcoin limit order and close my ETH long. That way I'll be filled on Bitcoin and I won't have a double loss. And I'll just size the Bitcoin how I want. So what happens, both Bitcoin and ETH launch, and I'm not a part of it. And I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, I know at some point, Bitcoin's gonna go in a straight line to all-time highs without pullbacks, and I really wanna be holding, and it looks like that could happen, and I'm not a part of it. So I'm like, I have so much FOMO, and mind you, I didn't take any losses. I'm up on the month. I'm up in the last 30 days, but and I'm only trading 30 minutes. It's so frustrating, but it's like in the past, or at my lowest, what do is I chase in, I wait for Bitcoin to get to that high price, and then I'm buying it at the market. And most of the time that doesn't work, because most of the time price does retrace. Sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it does, right? So instead, I called a friend who's my investor. I managed some money for him and just talked to him about life and just trying to establish healthy habits, you know? It's like we agree, just don't chase, wait for price to come back. And if you miss the move, you miss the move, right? It's not about catching every move, it's being profitable and having a good lifestyle. So part of the answer is replacing healthy habits. So for replacing unhealthy habits with healthy habits. So for me, anytime I'm tilted and I'm looking at the chart and I want a revenge trade or do some dumb shit, I'd rather just call a friend, right? And that's something that actually does work, where I have my phone, I can call a friend, and instead of, I could say, oh, I'm just gonna close the chart and walk out, but yeah, and it's really helpful having this friend because he doesn't trade. He knows about trading, but he doesn't trade. Because I'm sure you can relate to this, when you talk to a trader on the phone, another trader on the phone, it makes things so much worse. Especially if they're in the position and you're not, or they have some other idea and they just like feel safe and euphoric about it, like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Being able to talk to someone who understands your emotions a little bit and understands trading a little bit but does not trade and is not up to date on the market is super useful, where I can have someone to talk to in a way that doesn't give me insane contagion. But yeah, I mean, as I'm recording this, the way it looks to me, like Bitcoin could just run to new all-time highs and I'm not a part of it. And I've been calling for this move for the longest time, but I'm not gonna break rank. I'm not gonna get in there and chase it. I'm gonna wait for a pullback and try to hold it. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. And I'm going to continue to do that over the coming years. Be disciplined, be busy, spend 30 minutes a day, and let it run, right? So I'm over here to check out this surf right now. There's supposed to be maybe a little bit coming up, so I'm going to check it out. Even if it's a foot, I think I'll be happy to take it. Yeah, I mean, what's the moral here is it's like the scoreboard is not catching every move, it's just being profitable, right? And having maintaining a good lifestyle, and you got to be disciplined to do it. And part of that is when things don't go your way, just sticking with your plan and being cool, because it's the way trading works. Things aren't gonna not go your way all the time. That's just the way it is. All the time things won't go your way. Just because you didn't hold long enough or you held too long, right? It's just the way it is. It looks maybe not surfable. In which case I would just make dinner, read a book, play some music. I want to look. There's a couple paddleboarders out, but it just looks flat. Yeah, maybe not worth going. I mean, there's nothing. There's no one there. I'm gonna look for another minute. Yeah. It looks like absolutely nothing. It's also high tide, it looks like. And the wind isn't right. Everything's wrong. Same thing with trading. It's just waiting. I should wait. I kind of want to paddle just for the sake of paddling, but I can also just walk my dog and go swim and save my shoulders too, because if surf is good tomorrow, I don't want to wear myself out paddling over some bullshit. It's the same thing with trading. Is you don't have the emotional capital to take the good trade because you were chasing all the shitty little waves. Same thing. Is I don't want to be, oh, the surf is really good tomorrow, but I'm sore because I'm tired because I was chasing these little waves. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to the store. And there's a couple things I wanted to get. It just doesn't look worth it. Everybody's super inside. I don't know. Let me park and look for another minute. I'm gonna show you guys. So it's probably, I don't know how many people would actually be watching this video at this point. Probably very few. But if you are watching, so we're looking down here. We see these paddle boarders sitting far out, which is a sign that maybe there's a wave that comes out there. I haven't seen it though. Now on the inside we have one guy here, and we have someone here, and that's it. Usually you can see the reef, but you can't. It's right here because the tide is high. Since the tide is high, it means that it's just worse conditions at this particular spot. It's a lot better with the low tide. So this person, is a surfer or paddleboarder? I just don't see anyone catching anything or any reason why anyone is gonna catch. It's like beyond flat right now. This doesn't look worth it, so let's bail on that. Here's I'm gonna go. Get a couple things I need from the store and go maybe walk my dog one more time for sunset. See if my friends are out, but I'm not gonna paddle over nothing. And yeah, I mean, this is another way to get over trading issues, is doing something else is so important. Just being really busy and letting things play out. Yo, that Bitcoin limit order that didn't fill, as of right now, it's not too crazy. It missed my fill by about $100, and then it's up 2,063. No, it's 61,500. It's up about 2,300, and my order size was 0.75 BTC. Therefore, I missed out on like a couple grand so far of this move. And ETH from my position, I had 10 ETH, and I exited at 2407, and it was at 2495. So it was up about $900. So that's just a local move, but it's all good. Complaining is not the key or the answer. And thanks for sticking with me. And this is also what I want to show you is I'm having a profitable month. I'm having a profitable last 30 days, and I'm still having struggles psychologically. And I want to be transparent with that, where you think I'm losing money because it's like, oh, it didn't work out. No, even when you make money, it's still going to be like that, right? Because you're not going to win 100% of the time. You know, a winning month might be like you have a couple more winners than losers, and you made money, and But you made a couple mistakes and you had a couple trades that didn't work out, and it just, at the end of the month though, you're up. Right? So that's the way trading is. It's not all good all the time. Even though we would like it to be, it's just not. So, alright folks, I'm at my destination here, so much love, talk to y'all soon, peace.